So this is going to be a bit of a controversial video, shall we say, because this is just something that I guess I've been thinking about a bit, because how things have changed since a decade ago. You know, when I first started making videos, and even prior to that, talking about LGBT community and that sort of stuff. And as someone who is technically a letter in LGBT, you know, even though I don't necessarily feel as though I am part of the community, if that makes sense. You're just like, I don't, no, stay away. You know, if you've noticed, I've never called it anything past LGBT. It's always just been LGBT, and that is where I stop. That is where I draw the line. I do not progress anything past that. When I first started making videos a decade ago, it was literally, that's all that it was, LGBT. Lesbian, gay, bisexual, all of those are sexual orientations whom you're attracted to. And then the T, which I always felt as though it didn't really belong. I wonder when that was added to it. But that one really doesn't belong, because that's not a sexual orientation. You know, as many of you know, if you're transgender, that just means that your gender identity doesn't match what you feel as though you are, or rather your physical body doesn't match what your gender identity is. So in my case, being born physically as a male, I identified as a female, so I present as a female. So I really don't feel as though that fits, because it doesn't mean the same thing as LGB. You know, it's different. But then they started adding other letters. You know, it's like now the whole thing's like LGBTQIA+ or something. I don't even know what those other letters are. You know, I think maybe it's like one's like asexual or intersex or like queer or questioning or something. You know, I just draw the line at LGBT, and even then it's probably a bit too much. You know, it's like I don't and I won't go past that point. Okay, now mind you, I don't care what queer or questioning is. I don't even know what that is. It doesn't matter to me. The whole non-binary thing, I don't get it. I don't understand it. It doesn't matter to me. Intersex, that is something that makes a lot of sense, because that is a birth defect that ends up happening to a very small number of people. You know, it's really not... Should that be included in LGBT? Not really. I mean, And then you have asexual. That makes probably more sense in LGB instead of the T, because that is more of a sexual orientation. That is, well, it's rather the lack of sexual orientation. So if anything, you know, LGBA is probably what the full acronym should be, and that's it. That's where you draw the line. That's where you stop, because you're a lesbian. You know, you're a female attracted to females. You're gay. You're a male attracted to other males. You're bisexual. You're either a male or female attracted to either a male or attracted to both men and women. And then you're asexual, meaning you have no sexual attraction whatsoever. You don't care about any of them. And that's basically how human sexuality is. You know, some people are definitely more sexual than others, you know, but it's like, it's just all these letters that are being added, and it's like all these things that just, I don't understand them. You know, it's like it's become so convoluted and so complex to the point where your average person is not going to understand. So that is where I draw the line. You know, I just don't go past it at that point, because it's like, to me, it doesn't make any sense. I don't understand it. Mind you, I've tried to understand these sorts of things. Like, I don't understand how someone can feel as though they are no gender at all. You know, it's like either you were born as a male or a female, you feel as though you were a male or female, and then if you don't feel as though you were one of those, it doesn't make sense. You know, because there is no other gender. You know, it's either a male or a female. There is no other one. You know, and it's like people try to say, oh, there's infinite genders and all this sort of stuff. And it's like, can you explain to me how? How is that the case? And there's never any answer, because there is no evidence. There is no answer. There is nothing. So, it's just, so overly convoluted. I think if people just keep it simple, ideally LGBA. There you go. I mean, why not start that? Because that makes more sense than having T in there. Because I think transgender should be its own thing. It really shouldn't be part of LGB. You know, it's not the same thing. It really isn't, because I mean, how many people do you know? I know it happened in my life as well. Like, you may come out as transgender and says, "Oh, are you sure you're just not gay?" You know, it's just one of those things. It's like people confuse the two. And they're not related. They really are not related. So yeah, you know, I don't know. I don't. Let me know what your thoughts are on this. I think things are just a bit too overboard, personally, and I won't go past it. I'll just always say LGBT because that's the official acronym there, and I won't go past it. I'm not going to say any other letters. I'm not going to add a plus on the end because there is no plus to me. That's it, you know. And even the T, as I said, is a bit questionable when it comes to being included in this acronym. Maybe I should just start saying LGBA. Then people won't know what I'm talking about, though, you know? Because that makes more sense. But anyway, that is all. You all take care. Let me know what your thoughts are on it, and I'll catch you later. Bye-bye.